أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده وحبيبه ورسوله وصلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وأولاده وأزواجه وأتباعه أجمعين. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum
wa alaikum salam
wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As you can see, well, can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
That's good. So we're on learning about the noon Saakin of the a rule of a noon Saakin called Ikhfa, which means hiding or concealing. Okay. Can you just confirm that you're hearing me properly and all clear?
Yes.
That's good. That's fantastic. So we'll just go with a brief explanation on this part of the Tajweed. The applied definition is hiding or concealing the noon Saakin. Noon Saakin, the Ikhfa, when noon Saakin is in the Ikhfa state, there are 15 occurrences. It occurs in 15 examples. That means 15 letters of Ikhfa. So the letters of Ikhfa, as you can see here, Ta, Tha, or as it's written here, a Ta'u, a Tha'un, okay? But we'll just pronounce them in a simple format. Ta, Tha, Jim, Dal, Dhal, Zal, Sin, Sheen, Sad, Dad, Ta, Dha, Fa, Qaf, and Kaf. So these are 15 letters. If any of these 15 letters come after a noon Saakin, then, as it says here, the noon Saakin in the same word or between two words or follows a tanween at the beginning of the next word, and the tanween can only be at the end of the word, then the noon sound is hidden. This is called إخفاء حقيقية, meaning true إخفاء, true hiding. So the example here is in Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 23. من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه. Okay, it's in colors here. I'll read that again. من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه. So what happens here is since the Ikhfa here is with Dhammatain, yeah, with two Dhammas, you pronounce them, like Rijalun, Lun, yeah. And then as you circle your lips, get ready to say the letter Sad in one movement. And hence the reason you bring your jaws together. Rijalun sadaqu. Yeah. So there is half of the sound coming out of the mouth and half out of the nose. رجال صدقوا. Yeah. The next one is in Surah Al-Asr. إن الإنسان لفي خسر. إن الإنسان. Right? So the way you pronounce it is get your tongue ready so the noon articulation point lifts off its own articulation point and goes on to the articulation point of the next letter. So in this case, it's seen. So إن الإنسان لفي خسر. Okay. The next one is in Surah Al-Masad. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب. Naran, here you have tanween. And always tanween will come at the end of the word, not in the middle or in the beginning. It is always end of the word. Naran, ran, that as you get ready to say the letter dhal, yeah. So the noon articulation point here lifts off, right, and goes on to the dhal articulation point. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب. Next one is من شر. So the noon Saakin articulation point here goes on to the sheen articulation point, but does not touch the articulation point of sheen. It just comes close to it. من شر ما خلق. من شر ما خلق. Okay? So we'll go on to the next point. Now, how to pronounce the hidden noon. Okay? The mouth basically prepares for the articulation point of the next letter after the noon. Okay? Then the sound of the hidden or concealed, yeah, and tanween will be read with valorization. Like that, yeah, which also means a bit of a sound coming out of the nose as well. Or as we call it, tafkhim. When the letter following the noon sakin or tanween is valorized, this occurs when letters sad, dad, ta, qaf, and dha. These are all idhar letters. Ikhfa letters. Okay? Ikhfa letters. Sad, dad, dha, ta, qaf, and dha. So when these letters come after the noon sakin, yeah, or tanween, and are exemplified in, for example, the word. You don't say this word here, if you can all see that. You don't say munzarin, you say munzarin. And you pronounce the noon here fully. Munzarin. Or for example, because the noon then goes into the articulation point of val. Munzarin. Next one is Alimun Qadir. Okay, so read that again. So the noon, the Alimun here, where there is the tanween, the dhammatain, then this noon here will go on to the articulation point of qaf. Alimun qa. Alimun Qadir. Okay, so this is called tafkhim. Okay, where you valorize the sound. The same now. The the Ikhfa sound, right, will be attenuated and read with tarqiq. Tarqiq, when a letter of tarqiq follows noon sakin or tanween, exemplified in وَإِن تُصِبْهُمْ. Now, apart from the sad, dad, ta, qaf, and dha, right, these 5 letters, all the other letters of ikhfa that come after a noon sakin or tanween, you read them with tarqiq. Okay? وَإِن تُصِبْهُمْ وَإِن تُصِبْهُمْ. Or, for example, فَاكِهَةٌ كَثِيرَةٌ. فاكهة. So you see the tun here, the dammatain at the end of the word. You don't say فاكهة ka, because kaf is a soft letter. Okay, so you read it with tarqiq. فاكهة كثيرة. Okay, so just one or two more things to mention about this. When the noon sakin is in the ikhfa state and there is a dhamma, okay, on the letter preceding it, this dhamma should be pronounced with a full 1 count and not given more timing than usual. Okay, this means that the dhamma should be the normal proportion. U, not o or u like that. It's u. Of 1 vowel count and not so long that it becomes a wow with a dhamma before it. Okay, so then it almost turns into a madasli sort of thing. A mistake in this timing of the dhamma is sometimes prevalent in the word kuntum. See this word here? I'm going to zoom in and hopefully you can see that. A lot of people say kuntum. The pronunciation of the dhamma here before the noon sakin, right? It is wrong, and not many people pay attention to this. This is not kuntum, because it's kind of you're pronouncing it as in between the o and u. In fact, it should be kuntum. Kuntum, and then you have to bring your lips further enough forward in order to get that correct sound. Kuntum. Okay? The same mistake should be avoided when the letter before the hidden noon has a kasra. Yeah? Before a hidden noon, when the noon is in the ikhfa state. Right? And if there is a kasra before it, you don't say e, you say e. Yeah? For example, minkum, you don't say minkum. Yeah, you have to say it correctly with a very sharp sound. Minkum. All right, and that's what a lot of scholars pick up these mistakes. Ordinary readers will not pick it up. Another mistake in saying the ikhfa is letting the tongue adhere to the 2 top incisors when saying the ikhfa. When this mistake is made, the listener hears a clear noon with a nasalization instead of a hidden one. We need to specifically be careful when there is ikhfa before the dal or ta, that we do not touch our tongue to any part of the mouth. This is just, for some of you, may be a little bit difficult to explain. To understand, but hopefully, when we get back to the reading and practicing this part, then I will show you practically how that is done. And this is it as far as the ikhfa of a noon sakin is concerned. After the recording, then we'll go to questions and answers. Thank you very much for listening, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.